Hi, and welcome to Ivy English. I'm Angela.
And I'm Wesley.
Today is the 11th of June, and we're on page 33 of the magazine, and today we're talking about outstanding owl facts.
我们的中文标题是猫头鹰知多少
Okay, let me just tell you, though. Recently on the internet, I discovered a thing. I discovered that owls have legs. And you're like, you know owls have legs, but they have legs. All I've just got to say is you've got to just go and Google owl legs, and you will get to enjoy.
好，所以这个 Angela 说他最近他发现说这个猫头鹰是有脚的，而且脚还蛮长的。各位可以去看 Google 一下哈，这个你就 Google 这个 owl's legs 啊，看那些图片非常可爱。
Yes. Oh my God, no, you totally have to Google owl legs. Okay, now we're going to read the article. Found in Winnie the Pooh and the Harry Potter novels, owls have a well-established place in pop culture and literature. In the real world, there are over 200 species that can be found in almost every imaginable environment and habitat. Their distinctive calls fill the night sky the world over. But what do we really know about owls? Some standard misconceptions about owls include the idea that they are nocturnal hunters. This isn't universally true, though. Different species hunt at different times of day, and it's surprisingly straightforward to tell which is which just by looking at the owl. How? By their eye color. Night hunters have dark eyes, often black. Day hunters, on the other hand, have yellow eyes, while those that hunt at twilight sport red or orange eyes. Another popular fact about owls is how far they can rotate their heads. In fact, they can turn their heads about 270 degrees and twist their heads almost completely upside down. This trait evolved due to their strangely shaped eyes. Unlike many other birds and animals that have round eyeballs, an owl's eyes are long and shaped more like tubes. This gives them better eyesight and depth perception, but it prevents the eyes from moving in their sockets. Instead, owls just move their whole heads. Interestingly, owls also have complex social lives. Though owls tend to mate for life, certain types are known to get divorces. In fact, partnered barn owls split up around 25% of the time. The ultimate goal isn't to find a more attractive partner, but to look for a more compatible partner to raise offspring with. And this only scratches the surface of all that is awesome about these remarkable birds. Yeah, the truly awesome thing about owls right now is their legs.
Yeah, 这 Angela 老师一直觉得这个猫头鹰的脚真的是 amazing 啊！的确啊，各位可以去网络上看一看那个照片，真的很可爱啊！你会发现哦，原来猫头鹰的脚那么长啊，它几乎跟它身体一样长。
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, owls are found in Winnie the Pooh, and they're found in the Harry Potter novels. I think the Harry Potter novels made everyone want to have their own Hedwig, to be honest. Who doesn't want an owl that will send things for you? And owls, they have a well-established place in pop culture. Well-established is a great word to use. It means, we have this word famous that means everybody knows somebody, but it also means that they're like super special in some way. Well-known is a step below famous because it means a lot of people know this person well, but they're not necessarily famous in that superstar kind of way. And then below well-known, we have well-established. Well-established means that their place is secure. They're not famous, they're not superstar, but they've got a solid welcome wherever they go. So if you have a well-established place in pop culture, it means that you will never be forgotten. You're always going to be remembered in the context of this culture. A well-established place. Sorry, it's not just well-known, not just well-established. A well-established place is the step down from well-known. But well-established on its own just means that something is very stable and very solid. You can have a well-established house, for instance, or a well-established foundation. It just means it was built well or it's stable.
好，所以这个 well-established 本身它只是说它这个表示它非常的稳固啊，那这个建筑的非常的好，叫做 well-established。但是如果说你说赢得了一个或者有一个 well-established place， 那意思就是它大家都知道，而且不会说 过一段时间就忘掉它啊。那刚刚这个 Angela 讲，大致上啊，这个 famous 是很有名的啊，那比 famous 稍微差一点点是 well known。well known 就是大家都知道，可是也许没有到 famous 那样子啊，就是大家说哇，听到觉得很棒很棒什么的啊。所以 famous 之下是 well known， 然后呢 well known 之下是 well established place 啊，就是这个well established 就是它不见得非常有名，但是它已经有一段时间。有一段历史，然后让大家知道说，有这个东西存在的意思。
The only problem with that comparison is that famous and well-known are adjectives, but you have to say have a well-established place because that's a noun phrase.
Yeah， 那唯一的差别就是 famous 啊是famous 跟 well-known 都是形容词，但是呢，这个 well-established 你要整个说，你要说 have a well-established place， 你才能拿来跟这个 famous 跟 well-known 来相比。好，所以我们这个文章一开始他说found 就是你可以看到它，可以找到它，在小熊维尼啊，在这个哈利波特的小说里面啊，你都可以看得到。那因为这些地方你都看得到，那它的什么东西看得到呢？就是后一句的主词，就是这个猫头鹰啊，猫头鹰你在这些作品里面都看得到啊。那也许就是因为这样子，所以猫头鹰有一个to have a well-established place， 就是它这个算是相当。有地位稳固了哈，就是大家都知道他的名字哈，就是他已经这个占有一席之地了，你可以这样讲啊。那 in pop culture 在流行文化里面，还有在 literature， 还有在文学里面都已经占有了一席之地。
Now, in the real world, in our world, there are over 200 species that can be found in almost every imaginable environment and habitat. If you say every imaginable something, you're talking about各种各样的, like every single possible one, every one that you could even imagine or think of, there's an owl.
好，所以 in the real world， 在真实的世界里面呢，有超过200种的这个品种 species that can be found， 可以被你找到啊，在几乎是任何 imaginable， 就是你能想象得到的 environment 环境。还有 habitat 就是指动物的栖息地，好，所以在每一个这个你想象得到的环境跟动物栖息地里面呢，你大家都可以找到猫头鹰啊。那猫头鹰大概有超过200种的这个品种。
Their distinctive calls fill the night sky the world over. You can really hear owls everywhere. But what do we really know about owls? What are, we hear them, we see them, we know they exist, but do you think about them?
好，所以呢，这个 they're distinctive 就是与众不同的啊，独特的啊 ，different and easy to recognize， 这叫 distinctive。他们与众不同的、很独特的 calls， 他们的叫声会 fill the night sky 啊，这个会充满了夜空啊 ，the world over， 全世界 throughout the world， 所以全世界在晚上的森林里面，你大概都可以听到这个猫头鹰的叫声。
Some standard misconceptions about owls include the idea that they are nocturnal hunters. So nocturnal means nighttime. So we were like, yeah, owls hunt at night. They've got big eyes, case closed. And this is a standard misconception. This is a great phrase to use. It means that everywhere, everyone makes the same mistake. It's standard. It's like we're all taught kind of wrong, actually. A misconception is a misunderstanding of something.
好，所以这个上一段的尾巴啊，他就问说，好，那我们到底知道哪些关于猫头鹰的事情呢？啊，所以这个问号，所以他这一段开始跟你讲，例如说，啊，这个有一些some 就是一些这个 standard 通常我们翻成标准的，但 standard 在这里可以翻成常见的。好，这个 standard 可以解释成为 normal 啊，或者 familiar， 或者是 usual 的意思。例如说，英文会常常讲 the standard excuse 啊，就是这个常见的一个借口啊，就是这个作业没带啦等等的。
There's also like the standard explanation.
Oh.
It's to say like when people are going to talk about aliens, they're like the standard explanation is that you saw a satellite.
所以这个 standard explanation 也是一个很常见的说法。例如说，你讲到这个外星人的时候，大家的 standard explanation 是这个有这个飞碟啊、卫星啊等等的啊。所以这个地方就是一些常见的 misconceptions。misconception 就是一个错误的观念啊 ，a mistaken thought。 好，或者 a mistaken idea 等等的，好，或者一个 mistaken 的一个 notion， 所以一个这个常见的错误的想法、错误的观念啊，关于猫头鹰啊，这不是一个，是一些 some 啊，所以有一些关于猫头鹰的这些错误观念，包括什么呢 ？include the idea that 啊，那这个 the idea 跟 that 后面的子句之间的关系是同位格，所以 the idea 就是有这么一个想法，这个想法是什么呢？用 that 子句来说明，所以两个之间是同位格的关系。所以 the idea that they are nocturnal 是夜行性的啊，那这个 hunters 就是狩猎者，所以大家对于猫头鹰一个错误的观念就是以为猫头鹰他们是夜行性的狩猎者。
This isn't universally true, though. Universally is another way of saying always in this case. This isn't true for every owl. This isn't universally true for all owls, though.
这个 universal 就是放诸这个 universally true 这个一起你学起来，所谓的 universally true 就是放诸四海皆准所以 this isn't universally true though though 是不过这并非放诸四海皆准那 universally 在这里你也可以用 always， 你也英文也常常讲说 this isn't always true though， 也常常这样讲。
Yeah, but always is a more boring choice. Universally is a great word here.
Yeah, 不过你如果讲说 this isn't always true， 感觉起来有点无聊感觉不是那么的这个好玩或者用字不是那么漂亮。那你如果说 this isn't universally true 那就听起来就好多了。
So different species hunt at different times of day. And it's surprisingly straightforward to tell which is which just by looking at the owl. Now, I know that in English, when you're studying English, you're often told, do not repeat words in sentences because that's boring. But here in this sentence we've done twice, we've said different species hunt at different times, and then we tell which is which. So why are we repeating words also so close to each other? The answer is when you are trying to make a comparison, sometimes using the same word reinforces that there is this comparison to be made. So you say, different species hunt at different times. Different people do things at different times. You're saying these people do one thing and these people do another thing. These people do it at one time, these people do it at another. So by repeating the word different, you're stressing that there is a comparison to be made.
好，那这个我们先看这个句子的解释这个 different species 就是不同的品种 hunt 狩猎 at different times of day， 在这个一天当中不同的时间狩猎。好，然后呢，那这句话这个刚刚Angela 老师解释非常的好。那因为我们一直在讲说英文的句子呢，通常不喜欢重复的字但是呢，这里各位看到different species hunt at different times， 连续重复的这个 different 这个字，那为什么可以这样子呢？因为这是种英文特别的修辞的方法。好，在这里呢，这个事实上在做这种比较的时候，就是不同的品种他们在不同，这是一种这个类似比较的东西。在这个时候，你用同一个字可以强调一下可以更清楚的说明你在比较这个species 跟 times 那不过他们都是 different， 你可以强调这个 different 这个概念所以你可以说这个重复the repetition is what get the idea across 就是你用这个 the repetition 就是让这个 idea 能够让大家了解的概念。
Flip it around and you can see the same species hunt at the same times. You're repeating same and you're really showing that it really is the same time.
好，那你像刚刚的用同样用了 same 用了2次，那你就强调，那听的人也很容易理解说你这个地方你其实在强调这个 same 这个字好，那我们看到这个句子的后半部他说 and it's surprisingly straightforward to tell which is which just by looking at the owl。 好， it's surprisingly straightforward， 这个 surprisingly 是个副词它修饰了这个 straightforward。 好， straightforward 在这里呢，你可以说是easy to accomplish 就 not complicated， 很清楚明白straightforward。 好，那这个例如说他这里讲不是例如，就这个地方讲到说 it's surprisingly straightforward， 所以你要简单的说就是非常容易就能够 tell 能够分辨那这个 而且这个容易的程度，这个 straightforward 的程度是让你觉得很惊讶的，因为一般人会觉得说，哇，这么麻烦哦，这个夜行性、日行性的这个大概很难分哦，我是不是要一个一个去记啊？但他说这个是 surprisingly straightforward， 清楚明白哈，会让你觉得很惊讶的清楚明白。To tell 在这里我们刚刚讲就是分辨的意思哈。To discover by observation， 你经过观察之后就可以分辨。好，所以你要分辨 which is which， 就是哪一个是哪一个，就是你要哪一个是夜行，哪一个是日行啊。那你要分辨，你可以 just by looking at the owl 啊，你就直接看它的，你就直接看这个猫头鹰就知道了。
How do we just look at the owl and know if they're a nocturnal hunter or a daytime hunter? Well, by their eye color. What? It's that simple. I'm learning so much about owls.
所以 how 我们怎么知道怎么样看出来它是日行还是夜行呢？简单的答案 by their eye color 啊，就透过他们眼睛的颜色，就是看他们眼睛颜色就知道了。
And before we get into it, I just want to say that in terms of this article, these two sentences being super short is a really great technique that I like to tell my students about. Normally, in an article, you're expecting sentences to be a certain length, and most of the sentences in this article are that length. They tell you a thing, and then they add a thing onto it, and it's quite long, and you feel like, okay, I've learned a piece. And then suddenly, we've got how? By their eye color. Suddenly, it's like choop, choop. It makes you stop. It kind of wakes you up a little bit. It's even better than when, normally teachers will tell you put a question in the article and that will make people start to think about it, right? Mm-hmm. But if a question is long, it just has the same effect as the other sentences. It's just da 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 da, right? But here we're like da 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 da. It's a completely different rhythm and it wakes your brain up. It's cool.
好，各位刚刚讲 it wakes your brain up， 好，把你的那个脑袋叫起来哈。那刚刚提示 Angela 老师也讲到是很有趣的一个很重要的一个修辞法，就是在这样的一篇这个 standard 的一个 essay 每一个句子都中规中矩的这个文章里面呢，偶尔你适时的放进一两句像在这里很短的句子how by their eye color， 那这样子可以改变整个文章的节奏。那节奏一改变的时候呢，读者他这个突然之间就感觉好像是醒过来，或者眼睛突然会张大，这节奏改变了因为人是喜欢 variation 的所以在这样的文章里面，偶尔这样插入一两句这种短短的改变节奏的句子，这是很高竿的修辞手法。而且各位可以注意到，这个地方它都是省略句 how， 这个 how 它其实是 how do we tell which is which just by looking at the owl， 但是它后面的都不讲了，它直接用个 how就引起你的兴趣，突然之间节奏改变了我们怎么判断呢？然后呢，他也不会说 Well, the answer is you can tell which is which just by looking at the owl's eye color 这样子讲的话就有点太啰嗦了，所以他这个地方全部都不讲，他直接说 How by their eye color 这样的话简单有力，而且改变了文章的节奏，这是非常好的修辞方法，大家可以多注意一下。
So, how do we tell which owl's which by their eye color? Well, night hunters have dark eyes, often black. Why? Why do they have black eyes? Well, if you're looking at things at night, you don't want the light that comes into your eyes to get knocked away by the color of your eyes. You want to see as much light as possible. So black eyes are ideal for night hunters. Now, day hunters, on the other hand, they're looking at things during the day where there's too much light to see things clearly sometimes. So you want your eyes to be able to reflect light if you can, and yellow is a good choice for that. I mean, it's not like they're like, I want yellow eyes, but evolution selected yellow eyes. And then those owls that hunt at twilight is that time of day when the sun has gone down, but it's not dark yet. At that time of day, actually, is when the most car accidents happen in the United States because the light is very dim, but it's still there. So you're going to need a specialized eye for that. So you're going to need red or orange eyes.
好，所以呢，这个晚上打猎的night hunters 这些猫头鹰呢，他们眼睛是深色的 dark eyes 因为这样的话比较不会干扰到这个它比较能够吸收到更多的光线那通常是黑色的眼睛 often black。那 day hunters 白天打猎的这个猫头鹰呢on the other hand have yellow eyes， 他们的眼睛是 黄色的，因为黄色它可以反射光线啊，这个可以看得清楚一点。好，那 while those that hunt at twilight， 那么在黄昏啊，这个不是白天也不是晚上，而在黄昏薄暮时分的呢，他们就 sport 啊 ，sport 在这里是很醒目的，拥有什么东西啊 ，to have as a prominent feature 啊 ，sport， 他们很特别的，有的什么很醒目的，让你看到他们有的红色或者是橘色的眼睛。
So another popular fact about owls is how far they can rotate their heads. I mean, this is what everyone loves about owls, right?
Yeah， 那另外一个大家很喜欢、很普遍的关于猫头鹰的事实是怎么样？是他们的头可以转到什么样的程度？哈 ，How far they can rotate their heads? Rotate 就是转动的意思。
So, in fact, they can turn their heads about 270 degrees. So 270 degrees is 3/4 of a circle. So we can turn our heads about 180 degrees, which is half of a circle. So they can turn their heads nearly all the way around. They can also twist their heads almost completely upside down, which is also very cute, to be honest.
那事实上呢，他们可以转他们的头，大概转270度啊，几乎是一个圆周了。人类大概只能转180度左右。他们可以 twist， 就是扭转 their heads。他们可以扭转他们的头 almost completely upside down， 他们头几乎可以上下颠倒啊，所以这也是很可爱的。
And why is this? Why is their head so turnable, so rotatable? Well, this trait, this quality evolved or developed due to their strangely shaped eyes, or basically because their eyes are different than ours.
好，那这一个特色呢 evolved 就是他们能够转动这个特色 evolved 是演化。Due to 是因为什么样？他们的 strangely shaped eyes， 因为他们形状很奇特的眼睛。Strangely 是修饰那个 shaped 就是形状的意思。
So unlike many other birds and animals that have round eyeballs, nearly everybody has round eyeballs. But owls don't. They have long eyes that are shaped more like tubes.
好，所以不像其他动物哈，有圆的眼珠哈，那这个猫头鹰的眼睛呢，它是长形的，而且呢，感觉起来 shaped 形状好像管子一样 tubes。
So the fact that their eyes are really long and deep, gives them better eyesight and depth perception. They can just see a whole lot better than everyone else. But having these long eyes means that the eyes can't turn or move in their sockets. So you can use your eyes and look left, right, up, and down without turning your head. But owls can't turn their eyes like that. So owls have to move their whole heads. And so that's why their heads are so flexible.
好，那他们就像管子一样的眼睛呢，可以给他们比较好的视力啊，还有 depth perception 哈 ，perception 就是感知哈 ，depth 是深度。那其实你对深度的感知，其实就是一种距离感啊，你可以测量这个到底这个井有多深哈。所以呢，当这个有好处，但是呢，他们 prevents the eyes， 他们让眼睛没有办法 prevents the eyes from moving in their sockets 就眼窝，那因为他们眼是管状的，所以在眼窝里面没有办法像我们这样子很灵活的眼珠打转。好 ，instead， 所以没办法，他们只好怎么样 move their whole heads， 他们没有办法转眼睛，那就转头。
Interestingly, owls also have complex social lives. We don't think of animals as having fancy social lives, but owls do.
那有趣的是呢，猫头鹰它们也有很复杂的社交生活 social lives.
So though owls tend to mate for life, they're partnered for life. But certain types of owls are known to get divorces. Divorces is in quotes because in English we put quotes to show that we're kind of changing the meaning of the word and we're kind of probably making it weaker or less important.
所以虽然猫头鹰 tend to 通常啊，他们是 mate for life，mate 就是成对啊，他们通常呢这个会有终身伴侣啊，成了一对就成了一对了，就一终身 for life。但是某一些猫头鹰的种类 are known to， 就是我们知道他们会干嘛呢 ？get divorces， 他们会离婚。这个离婚divorces 它放在这个双引号里面，跟中文一样，中文也会这样用。我们用这个刮引号把它引起来，就表示这个地方是特别的用法。因为猫头鹰他们不会真正的所谓的离婚啊，他们不必去地政事务所或者户政事务所办理啊，所以但是他们会分手的，他们会 divorce 的。
But they will split up. And so, in fact, partnered brown owls split up around 25% of the time. So they have a 25% quote divorce rate.
Yeah. 那事实上呢 partnered 就是已经有伴侣的这个后面加 ed 因为是被动的然后呢这种 barn owls 就是仓鸮这种猫头鹰的品种，他们 split up 分手大概是 25% 的时间会分手，也就是他们的所谓的离婚率是 25%。
And the reason is not because the ultimate goal isn't to find a more attractive partner. They're not like, oh, I don't like how this one looks. But they're looking for someone who's more compatible to raise their offspring with. You're like, this guy was not taking care of my kids well enough. I want a better one.
Yeah, 所以这个很有趣The ultimate goal 就是最后的最终的目的ultimate 就是这个eventual 最后的目的，最终目的不是要找一个更帅的 partner 或者更美丽的 partner， 而是要找一个更相配的 compatible 的 partner， 这样子才可以 raise 抚养 offspring 就是这个子女这个字是单复数同形的 with to raise offspring with the partner 换句话说他们不是说这个不够帅，这个不够美，我看到一个更帅的我要跟他去的，而是说他会觉得说这个跟我一起抚养小孩这个不太适合我会找一个更适合的。
And this only scratches the surface of all that is awesome about these remarkable birds. And I'm just going to say legs here.
Yeah. 这个 awesome 跟 remarkable 这两个字意思很像那 scratches the surface of 通常就只是触及的问题的表面只讲到一点点，所以我们讲了这么多，但其实讲到一点点关于这个 awesome 关于这个 remarkable birds， 关于这个很精彩的很棒的这个鸟类，我的这个很棒的一些部分 awesome 的部分我们讲了一点点。
Okay, here's some questions for you. Number 1 is, what is the passage mainly about? And if you said owls, you'd be mostly correct, but the actual answer is C, unusual features of owls.
好，本文的主旨是什么呢？答案是 C， 猫头鹰一些非比寻常的特色。
And number 2, you are in the wild around 10 p.m. Which of the following owls are you most likely to spot?
晚上10点，你身处在野外，你最可能见到下列哪一只猫头鹰呢？
And look at the eye color. We need black eyes. It's dark, right? So the answer is B.
所以答案是 B 因为它眼睛是黑色的。
And number 3, what does the it in the third paragraph refer to? Wow, go back and read the third paragraph.
本文第3段的 it 指的是什么呢？
The answer is D, the shape of owls' eyes.
答案是 D， 猫头鹰眼睛的形状。
And number 4, which of the following statements is true according to the passage?
根据本文下列叙述何者正确？
The answer is A, some owls get divorced or split up because they want to find a better partner that they can raise their young together with.
答案是 A 有一些猫头鹰会离婚因为他们会想要找一只能够一起养育后代的更好的伴侣。
Okay, that's all we have for you for owls today, for you owls today, but please come again tomorrow for more Ivy English. Until then,